Okay, here we go. So as you can see, Mass Effect. Now before we start, happy N7 day. Might be a little bit different in the future, but should be released on N7, November the 7th. So I hope you all have a great N7 day. Now this is the Legendary Edition, and we are going to start at Mass Effect 1. Just for interest sakes, Mass Effect Legendary Edition is a compilation of the video games in the Mass Effect trilogy, Mass Effect 1, Mass Effect 2, and Mass Effect 3. It was developed by BioWare and published by Electronic Arts. All three games were remastered with visual enhancements, technical improvements, and gameplay adjustments. Now, this is not my first time playing it, so just be clear with that up front. It should say it in the title as well. I am going to play as male Shepard. This default look, I like how it looks. Paragon and Romance Ashley. So you know that from the start. If you don't like that, then that is fine, and you don't have to watch the video. It's up to you.
Welcome to Alliance Military Database. Classified information requested. Establishing secure connection. Secure connection confirmed. Please log in to access your profile.
So I'm just going to call him Jake, and Shepard is the last name always.
Warning, data corruption detected. Please reconstruct profile. Confirm pre-service history.
Okay, so the Spacer is actually the only one where Shepard's parents are alive, and you can actually have conversations with them in some of the games 1 and 3, I think. Also, Spacer is, I think, Paragon Point 10. The Colonist is 5 Paragon and 5 Renegade, and Earthborn is 10 Renegade points. Also, it just determines what mission you have here that you get in the game, and it just, in some conversations they do mention it sometimes, what happened with you and if you've got parents or not and stuff like that. I personally like this one, so I'm going to go with the Colonist.
Confirm psychological profile.
Now, once again, the Sole Survivor, War Hero, and Ruthless is just what you... It does get mentioned during the series in conversations and stuff, what happened with you and stuff like that. And the Sole Survivor, once again, is plus 5 Paragon and 5 Renegade. War Hero is 10 Paragon, and Ruthless is 10 Renegade. I like the War Hero one.
Confirm military specialization.
Okay, I'm going for Infiltrator. I do like sniping, and I've got another reason, but I'll explain that later in the game when we do get to it. Bonus talent. Let's go for Barrier. Barrier is kind of OP in Mass Effect 1.
Confirm facial identification.
Yeah, like I said, I like this look. I like the eye color, and I like this look. And like I says, that's one thing about character creation. I can never get my characters to look like this, for example. I can get them to look pretty good, but not as good as this.
Profile reconstruction complete.
And then let's start.
Identification confirmed.
Okay, let's make it normal. Auto level off. Level scaling, legendary mode, subtitles on. Squad power usage all, and autosave. Yeah. Okay. If you haven't yet, remember to subscribe. Hit that like button so let me know if you like the videos or not. Enable notifications, bell button, so you know when I post, and you can always leave me a comment.
Well, what about Shepard? He grew up in the colonies.
He knows how tough life can be out there. His parents were killed when slavers attacked Mindwar.
He proved himself during the Blitz. Held off enemy forces on the ground until reinforcements arrived.
He's the only reason Elysium is still standing.
We can't question his courage.
Humanity needs a hero, and Shepard's the best we've got.
I'll make the call.
I'm not going to read this, by the way. I can't read fast enough, but you can just pause and read it. They called it the greatest discovery in human history. The civilizations of the galaxy call it Mass Effect.
The Arcturus Prime relay is in range. Initiating transmission sequence.
Commander?
We are connected. Calculating transit mass and destination. The relay is hot. Acquiring approach vector. All stations secure for transit. Board is green. Approach run has begun. Hitting the relay in 3, 2, 1. Thrusters, check. Navigation, check. Internal emissions sync engaged. All systems online. Drift, just under 1500K.
1500 is good. Your captain will be pleased.
I hate that guy.
Nihilus gave you a compliment. So you hate him.
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just jumped us halfway across the galaxy and hit a target the size of a pinhead. So that's incredible. Besides, Spectres are trouble. I don't like having them on board. Call me paranoid.
You're paranoid. The Council helped fund this project. They have a right to send someone to keep an eye on their investment.
Yeah, that is the official story. But only an idiot believes the official story.
Okay, so I am going to explain some stuff for the people that don't know it. The people that do know Mass Effect, just bear with it, please. So, you've got your 3 replies here. Top one is almost always Paragon. The middle one is like neutral, so I'll probably never choose them. And then the bottom one is for your renegades. So you do build points for that and stuff.
They don't send Spectres on shakedown runs.
So there's more going on here than the captain's letting on.
Joker, status report.
Just cleared the mass relay, Captain. Stealth systems engaged. Everything looks solid.
Good. Find a comm buoy and link us into the network. I want mission reports relayed back to Alliance brass before we reach Eden Prime.
Aye, aye, Captain. Better brace yourself, sir. I think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here, Lieutenant. Tell Commander Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
You get that, Commander?
He sounds angry. Something must have gone wrong with the mission.
Captain always sounds like that when he's talking to me.
Can't possibly imagine why.
Joker cracks me up. He's hilarious. I just like to make a save right in the start if something does really go wrong, then I've got a backup right where we started. Also, got your journal. We've got your speak to captain, squad, and we've got 3 points to start with, so I want to put most of them for the moment in charm, and at the moment it's only me, and you can toggle your helmet. Don't seem I have one. You can just read what charm does. And codex. There's your personal history. You can just pause and read again if you want. Well, that moves fast. And then this is a timeline that you can get an idea of where we are in the thing. Quite a lot. But I like these ones.
Roughly 1,200 years ago, the Turians were invited to join the Citadel Council to fulfill the role of galactic peacekeepers. The Turians have the largest fleet in Citadel space, and they make up the single largest portion of the Council's military forces. As their territory and influence has spread, the Turians have come to rely on the Solarians for military intelligence and the Asari for diplomacy. Despite a somewhat colonial attitude towards the rest of the galaxy, the ruling hierarchy understands they would lose more than they would gain if the other two races were ever removed. Turians come from an autocratic society that values discipline and possesses a strong sense of personal and collective honor. There is lingering animosity between Turians and humans over the First Contact War of 2157, which is known as the Relay 314 incident to the Turians. Officially, however, the two species are allies, and they enjoy civil, if cool, diplomatic relations.
See, I like these. I don't have to read it.
The Systems Alliance is an independent supranational government representing the interests of humanity as a whole. The Alliance is responsible for the governance and defense of all extrasolar colonies and stations. The Alliance grew out of the various national space programs as a matter of practicality. Sol's planets had been explored and exploited through piecemeal national efforts. The expense of colonizing entire new solar systems could not be met by any one country. With humans knowing that alien contact was inevitable, there was enough political will to jointly fund an international effort. Still, the Alliance was often disregarded by those on Earth until the First Contact War. While the national governments dithered and bickered over who should lead the effort to liberate Shanxi, the Alliance fleet struck decisively. Post-war public approval gave the Alliance the credibility to establish its own parliament and become the galactic face of humanity.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, so one thing you want to know or should know about Mass Effect 1 is everything gives you XP. information you get, codec entries, just talking to people, and of course like the enemies that you destroy. But like anything you read and pick up and get in conversation, codex entries gives you XP. I can talk to them.
Captain's waiting for you in the comm room, Commander.
You probably don't want to keep the captain waiting, Commander.
That one will cut off.
You probably don't want to keep the captain waiting, Commander.
I have to watch out for that.
I'm telling you, I just saw him. He marched by like he was on a mission.
He's a Spectre. They're always on a mission.
And we're getting dragged, right along with him.
Relax, Presley. You're gonna give yourself an ulcer.
Congratulations, Commander. Looks like we had a smooth run. You heading down to see the captain?
Okay, so this is another one with the wheel. So this is normally if you want more information, and this is if you just want to move the conversation along. So like I says, it's normally good to go with this one because you want information to get XP.
Sounds like you don't trust our Turian guest.
Sorry, Commander. Just having a chat with Adams down at engineering. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. But you have to admit, something's odd about this mission. The whole crew feels it.
You think the Alliance brass is holding out on us?
If all we're supposed to do is test out the stealth system, why is Captain Anderson in charge? And then there's Nihilus. Spectres are elite operatives, top covert agents. Why send a Spectre, a Turian Spectre, on a shakedown run? It doesn't add up.
What do you know about the stealth systems?
I just know it masks our location from scans and sensors. Cutting-edge technology. The Normandy's the only ship with this prototype drive. But why are we fully staffed? A skeleton crew would be cheaper, less chance of security leaks too. Plus there's Nihilus. It's pretty obvious this shakedown run is just a cover.
Okay, so once again, the top one is normally the Paragon, and that's normally the Renegade. So if you're investigating, you get this, then you can normally just go on with this and then go back to investigate.
For what?
Damned if I know, Commander. We're out here on false pretenses. I'm not a fan of being left in the dark.
Do you have a problem with the captain?
No, sir. But I can't figure out what he's doing here. Captain Anderson is one of the most decorated Special Forces officers in the service. If he melted down all his medals, he could make a life-size statue of himself. You don't send a soldier like that on a do-nothing mission. He's treating this shakedown run too seriously. Something big is going on.
That is a lot of medals. Also, if you want, you can redo this and then take the bottom if you want that information.
You don't trust Nihilus?
I don't like Turians in general. It runs in my family. My grandfather fought in the First Contact War. Lost a lot of friends when the Turians hit us.
That was 30 years ago. You can't blame Nihilus for that.
No, I guess not. But it still makes me nervous to have a Spectre on board. Especially a Turian. We're an Alliance vessel, human military, but Nihilus doesn't answer to the captain like the rest of us. Spectres operate outside the normal chain of command. And they don't come along just to observe shakedown runs. Nihilus looks like he's expecting some heavy action. I don't like it.
Okay, so that looks like everything.
I'll see if I can get some answers when I see him.
Good luck, Commander.
So on one hand, I understand where Presley's coming from and why he feels the way he does. Oops. Anyways, touchpad is to put your gun away and pull it out. But Shepard is fully armed in this one. He's got like everything. A shotgun, sniper rifle, assault rifle, and a pistol. And then as you see, you've got codex entry just from that.
Humanity's first contact with an alien race occurred in 2157. At that time, the Alliance allowed survey fleets to activate any dormant mass relays discovered, a practice considered dangerous and irresponsible by Council-aligned races. When a Turian patrol discovered a human fleet attempting to activate a relay, they attacked. One human vessel survived, retreating to the colony of Shanxi. The Turians followed, quickly defeating the local forces. Shanxi was occupied, the first and to date only human world to be conquered by an alien species. The Turians believed the handful of ships they defeated represented the bulk of human defenses, so they were unprepared when the Second Fleet, under Admiral Castany Drescher, launched a strong counteroffensive, evicting them from Shanxi. The Turians mobilized for full-scale war, drawing the attention of the rest of the galaxy. The Council quickly intervened, forcing a truce. Fortunately for humanity, the First Contact War was ended with a diplomatic solution.
I like these things, and like they went through all this effort to make up this codex, this in story. And there we've got some here as well. They've got sensors.
I grew up on Eden Prime, Doc. It's not the kind of place Spectre's visited. There's something Nihilus isn't telling us about this mission.
That's crazy. The captain's in charge here. He wouldn't take orders from a Spectre.
Not his choice, Doc. Spectres don't answer to anyone. They can do whatever they want. Kill anyone who gets in their way.
Oh, you watch too many spy vids, Jenkins.
I love Dr. Chakwas. She's such a cool person.
What do you think, Commander? We won't be staying on Eden Prime too long, will we? I'm itching for some real action.
I sincerely hope you're kidding, Corporal. Your real action usually ends with me patching up crew members in the infirmary.
Look at that renegade one, just part of the job, Doc.
You need to calm down, Corporal. A good soldier stays cool, even under fire.
Sorry, Commander, but this waiting's killing me. I've never been on a mission like this before, not one with a Spectre on board.
Again, I'll see here, you can say you'll do fine, and then you can still investigate if I'm correct.
Just treat this like every other assignment you've had and everything will work out.
Easy for you to say. You proved yourself in the Blitz. Everybody knows what you can do. This is my big chance. I need to show the brass what I can do.
We'll see, maybe not.
You're young, Corporal. You have a long career ahead of you. Don't do something stupid to mess it up.
Don't worry, sir. I'm not going to screw this up.
Oh no, yeah you are. See, there you've got the investigation still.
What can you tell me about Nihilus?
Turians are generally well respected by the other species. Their fleet has more patrols protecting Citadel space than any other. They don't always get on well with us, though. Some people find them too rigid. Others still blame them for the First Contact War. As for Nihilus, I haven't said more than 2 words to him. He usually only speaks to the captain.
I hope we get a chance to see him in action. I heard Nihilus took down an entire enemy platoon all by himself.
But see, like there, right when you talked to Jenkins there, he said like you proved yourself in the Blitz. If you chose the other one, then they would have said a cruise or whatever that was. So they do mention it in some of the conversation, which I think is pretty cool.
What do you know about the Spectres?
Only what I've heard. Spectre agents work directly for the Citadel Council. They usually work alone or in small groups. Spectres don't have any official power, though. Basically, they're a shadow organization with a mandate to preserve and protect galactic stability.
Protect it at any cost. Don't forget that part. Spectres operate above the law.
Why don't we have any of our own people in there?
Spectres usually come from the Council races, like the Turians. We've been trying to get a human accepted into their ranks for years now. So far, it hasn't happened.
Hey, Commander, you'd make a good Spectre. You're a war hero, right? Held off an entire enemy fleet during the Blitz single-handed? That's the kind of talent the Spectres are looking for.
This is all just wild speculation. The Spectres aren't interested in recruiting humans, no matter how capable.
How do you control agents with unlimited power?
I suppose the Council could revoke the Spectre status of an agent who got out of hand. At that point, Citadel Security Services would take over.
Those CSEC grunts wouldn't stand a chance. The Spectres were 20 ordinary soldiers. The Spectres police themselves. An agent goes rogue, they send another agent to take him down. That's Spectre justice.
The Corporal's confusing romantic legends with reality, Commander.
Poor Jenkins. But he is funny, but like, see there, they mentioned again the Blitz.
You're from Eden Prime, aren't you, Jenkins? What's it like?
It's very peaceful, Commander. They've been real careful with development, so you don't have any city noise or pollution. My parents lived on the outskirts of the colony. At night, I used to climb this big hill and stare across the fields back at the lights from the main settlement. It was gorgeous. But when I got older, I realized it was a little too calm and quiet for me. That's why I joined the Alliance. Even Paradise gets boring after a while.
Any idea why Eden Prime was chosen as our destination?
Not really sure, Commander. Eden Prime's one of our most stable colonies. Good place to take the Normandy for a shakedown run, I guess. No real danger there. There's gotta be something else going on. We've got a Spectre on board. That's why I'm so wound up. I can't wait for the real mission to start.
Okay, so that's all we've got with them. Also, with the investigate, you can go in any order. Doesn't have to be. But see, the conversation wheel, it is very interesting. Like, I don't know how to do it any better, but it is sometimes you think you've missed investigation or something, and then you get back to it. Or other times you think you're investigating, you progress the conversation.
The captain's waiting for me.
Goodbye, Commander.
Okay, and see then once again.
Spectres are agents from the Office of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance, and answer only to the Citadel Council. They are elite military operatives, granted the authority to deal with threats to peace and stability in whatever way they deem necessary. They operate independently or in groups of 2 or 3. Some are empathetic peacekeepers, resolving disputes through diplomacy. Others are cold-blooded assassins, ruthlessly dispatching problem individuals. All get the job done one way or another, often operating outside the bounds of galactic law. The Spectres were founded after the Solarians joined the Council. For many years they operated in secrecy as backroom problem solvers. Only after the Krogan rebellions did their activities become publicized. Assignment of a Spectre is less contentious than a military deployment, but makes it clear that the Council is concerned about a situation.
Commander Shepard, I was hoping you'd get here first. It will give us a chance to talk.
So once again, like I says, if you want to like ask questions and stuff, then you choose this side. Otherwise, just that side.
The captain said he'd meet me here.
He's on his way. I'm interested in this world we're going to, Eden Prime. I've heard it's quite beautiful.
Renegade, just so what?
They say it's a paradise.
Yes, a paradise. Serene, tranquil, safe. Eden Prime has become something of a symbol for your people, hasn't it? Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them. But how safe is it really?
Do you know something?
Your people are still newcomers, Shepard. The galaxy can be a very dangerous place. Is the Alliance truly ready for this?
I think it's about time we told the Commander what's really going on.
This mission is far more than a simple shakedown run.
I figured there was something you weren't telling us.
We're making a covert pickup on Eden Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
There must be a reason you didn't tell me about this, sir.
This comes down from the top, Commander. Information strictly on a need-to-know basis. A research team on Eden Prime unearthed some kind of beacon during an excavation. It was Prothean.
Okay, so definitely more going on here than we thought. The Prothean, this is one that you can miss. So it's a codex entry and stuff, so if you don't ask this, then you miss it.
I thought the Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago.
Their legacy still remains. The mass relays, the Citadel, our ship drives. It's all based on Prothean technology.
This is big, Shepard. The last time humanity made a discovery like this, it jumped our technology forward 200 years. But Eden Prime doesn't have the facilities to handle something like this. We need to bring the beacon back to the Citadel for proper study.
Obviously, this goes beyond mere human interests, Commander. This discovery could affect every species in Council space.
Okay, so once again, I'm just choosing this one to get information and more conversation.
Why didn't we keep the beacon for ourselves?
You humans don't have the best reputation. Some species see you as selfish, too unpredictable, too independent, even dangerous.
Sharing that beacon will improve relations with the Council. Plus, we need their scientific expertise. They know more about the Protheans than we do.
The beacon's not the only reason I'm here, Shepard.
Nihilus wants to see you in action, Commander. He's here to evaluate you.
I should have known. Like hell he is.
Guess that explains why I bump into him every time I turn around.
The Alliance has been pushing for this for a long time. Humanity wants a larger role in shaping interstellar policy. We want more say with the Citadel Council. The Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept a human into their ranks, it shows how far the Alliance has come.
You held off an enemy assault during the Blitz single-handed. You showed not only courage, but also incredible skill. That's why I put your name forward as a candidate for the Spectres.
So Jenkins can tell the future.
Why would a Turian want a human in the Spectres?
Not all Turians resent humanity. Some of us see the potential of your species. We see what you have to offer to the rest of the galaxy, and to the Spectres. We are an elite group. It's rare to find an individual with the skills we seek. I don't care that you're human, Shepard. I only care that you can do the job.
Nice, I like that. I only care that you can do the job. Don't care that you're human.
I assume this is good for the Alliance.
Earth needs this, Shepard. We're counting on you.
I need to see your skills for myself, Commander. Eden Prime will be the first of several missions together.
You'll be in charge of the ground team. Secure the beacon and get it onto the ship ASAP. Nihilus will accompany you to observe the mission.
But I like that where he says he's observing it. Yeah, it's like, so that explains why I can't turn around without bumping into him.
What do you know about the Protheans?
Just what they taught us in school. They were a technologically advanced species that ruled the galaxy 50,000 years ago. Then they vanished. Nobody really knows how or why, though I've heard plenty of theories. But everyone agrees, galactic civilization wouldn't exist without them.
Their citadel is the very heart of galactic society, and without their mass relays, interstellar travel would be impossible. We all owe the Protheans a great debt.
I'd like to know more about Eden Prime before we touch down.
It's a peaceful farming world, but it represents something much bigger. Eden Prime is one of our oldest and most successful colonies. It proved we were ready to face the challenges of settling new worlds, to forge a place for humanity beyond Earth. It symbolizes humanity's growth and evolution as a spacefaring species. And after this, it will be known as the world where humans made a discovery of galactic importance.
Why is this beacon so important?
All advanced galactic civilization is based on Prothean technology, even yours.
If we hadn't discovered those Prothean ruins buried on Mars, we'd still be stuck on Earth. That was just a small data cache. Who knows what we can learn from this beacon? What if it's a weapons archive? We can't let it fall into the wrong hands.
Like who?
The Attican Traverse isn't the most stable sector of Citadel space. There are plenty of raiders and criminal groups active in the region. They might figure a Prothean beacon is worth the risk of attacking an Alliance ship. Plus, Eden Prime is right on the border of the Terminus systems.
A lot of questions here to ask.
The Attican Traverse is under Citadel protection. If the Terminus systems attack, it's an act of war.
Technically, yes. but some of the species in the Terminus might be willing to start a war over this.
The last thing the Council wants is to get dragged into a major conflict with the Terminus systems. We have to keep this low-key.
Okay, let's go.
Just give the word, Captain.
We should be getting close to Eden.
Captain, we got a problem.
What's wrong, Joker?
Transmission from Eden Prime, sir. You better see this.
Bring it up on screen.
Get down!
We are under attack, taking heavy casualties. I repeat, heavy casualties. We can't get evac. They came out of nowhere. We need...
Everything cuts out after that. No comm traffic at all. Just goes dead. There's nothing.
Reverse and hold at 38.5. Status report.
17 minutes out, Captain. No other Alliance ships in the area.
Take us in, Joker, fast and quiet. This mission just got a lot more complicated.
A small strike team can move quickly, without drawing attention. It's our best chance to secure the beacon.
Grab your gear and meet us in the cargo hold. Tell Alenko and Jenkins to suit up, Commander. You're going in.
Engaging stealth systems. Somebody was doing some serious digging here, Captain.
Your team's the muscle in this operation, Commander. Go in heavy and head straight for the dig site.
What about survivors, Captain?
Helping survivors is a secondary objective. The beacon's your top priority.
Approaching drop point 1.
Nihilus, you coming with us?
I move faster on my own.
Nihilus will scout out ahead. He'll feed you status reports throughout the mission. Otherwise, I want radio silence.
That ship thing reminds me of either a hand or like a crayfish or something. And then Nihilus there, that part where he's like he works better alone and runs off to jump out the ship, that reminds me of Captain America.
We've got his back, Captain.
The mission's yours now, Shepard. Good luck!
We are approaching drop point 2.
Ship perimeter secure, Commander.
But see, that's once again like I didn't think that was going to progress the conversation, but it did.
50,000 years ago, the Protheans were the only spacefaring species in the galaxy. They vanished in a swift galactic extinction. Only the legacy of their empire remains. They are believed to have built the mass relays and the Citadel, which have allowed numerous species to explore and expand throughout the galaxy. Prothean ruins are found on worlds across the galaxy. While surprisingly intact for their age, functioning examples of Prothean paleotechnology are rare. Time and generations of looters have picked their dead cities and derelict stations clean. Some believe the Protheans meddled in the evolution of younger races. The Hanar homeworld of Kaje, for example, shows clear evidence of former Prothean occupation. The presence of a former Prothean observation post on Mars has caused a rebirth of interventionary evolutionists among humans. These individuals believe the god myths of ancient civilizations are misremembered encounters with aliens.
Interesting.
The Terminus systems are located on the far side of the Attican Traverse, beyond the space administered by the Citadel Council or claimed by the Human Systems Alliance. It is populated by a loose affiliation of minor species, united only in their refusal to acknowledge the political authority of the Council or adhere to the Citadel conventions. Their independence comes at a price. The terminus is fraught with conflict. War among the various species is common, as governments and dictators constantly rise and fall. The region is a haven for illegal activities, particularly piracy and the slave trade. At least once a year, a fleet from the terminus invades the nearby Attican Traverse. These attacks are typically small raids against poorly defended colonies. The Council rarely retaliates, as sending patrols into the terminus systems could unify the disparate species against their common foe, triggering a long and costly war.
That's an interesting way to go about it. Nothing with the secondary and squad. Okay, Caden. Might just leave that for now. Leave the point. And then Jenkins. See, here you can... No, you still can't toggle the helmet. There we can. And Caden we can as well. Okay, it's going to keep flashing now because I've got that 1 point still to spend.
This place got hit hard, Commander. Hostiles everywhere. Keep your guard up.
Okay, L1 brings up the weapon wheel, although it does say it. Let's go for that and that, and I'm going to go for sniper rifle. R1 is the abilities wheel. There's info. You have to hold it as soon as you let go of triangle. It and you can actually talk to your crew members in this one.
Oh God, what happened here? Smells like smoke and death.
Very positive there.
Eden Prime will never be the same again. Check your targets. Could be friendlies. We should move, Commander. Smells like smoke and death. Oh God.
He just says that.
What the hell are those?
Gas bags. Don't worry, they're harmless.
Do we care? Okay, so one of the coolest things about Mass Effect 1 compared to others is no bullets. Your gun just overheats. You do have a map. I wish there was an easier way to get to it. So over here is something. Armor upgrade, shield regenerator. We get a codex for that. You can just pause and read it again. And equipment, they explain everything to you over there. And squares to get to upgrades and shield recovery. Let's just enable that for the moment until we get better. If you want, you can target practice with these and shoot at it, but I don't really like just shooting at them.
Oh God, what happened here?
I didn't press on him. There goes Jenkins. The sniper rifle is pretty loud. Oh, okay. Now, the one thing that's kind of annoying is even if you start a new game plus and you give him like the strongest armor and shield and stuff, he still dies. So click on him and that gives you a entry and XP just for that.
Rip right through his shields. We're at a chance.
And then of course the Paragon one, he deserves a burial.
We'll see that he receives a proper service once the mission is complete. But I need you to stay focused.
Aye, aye, sir. Check your targets. Could be
It
friendly.
doesn't say anything about it. And then if you see Codex.
Kinetic barriers, more commonly called shields, provide protection against most mass accelerator weapons. Whether on a starship or a soldier's suit of armor, the basic principle remains the same. Kinetic barriers are repulsive mass effect fields, projected from tiny emitters. These shields safely deflect small objects traveling at rapid velocities. This affords protection from bullets and other dangerous projectiles, but still allows the user to sit down without knocking away their chair. The shielding afforded by kinetic barriers does not protect against extremes of temperature, toxins, or radiation.
Okay, nothing in the secondary again. And then journal is just updated. Wish there was an easier way to get to the map. Okay. I don't have that as a skill yet. Oh, that heals him as well. Okay, so triangle is use Medigel, and apparently it heals your party members as well. Okay, you can duck behind rocks and stuff.
I've got some burned out buildings here, Shepard. A lot of bodies. I'm gonna check it out. I'll try to catch up with you at the dig site.
Okay, squad, we did not gain a level. What are you talking about? Okay, so there is something here, but it is hidden in the legendary one. There we go. So you'll have to like just try and get to it and stuff, but it's there on the map, and only for some reason the legendary edition's got the rocks here. So if you've got the normal version, then don't worry about that, it's just in the open. Rule of 3. And there's a medikit over there. They are full, unfortunately, so I think this is going to be a waste, but... Yeah, that is almost always my reaction as well when I see them using the spikes like that.
Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams of the 212. You the one in charge here, sir?
Are you wounded, Williams?
A few scrapes and burns, nothing serious. The others weren't so lucky. Oh man. We were patrolling the perimeter when the attack hit. We tried to get off a distress call, but they cut off our communications. I've been fighting for my life ever since.
Where's the rest of your squad?
We tried to double back to the beacon, but we walked into an ambush. I don't think any of the others... I think I'm the only one left.
This isn't your fault, Williams. You couldn't have done anything to save them.
Yes, sir. We held our position as long as we could, until the Geth overwhelmed us.
The Geth haven't been seen outside the Veil in nearly 200 years. Why are they here now?
They must have come for the beacon. The dig site is close, just over that rise. It might still be there.
Okay, we've got a new party member!
We could use your help, Williams.
Aye, aye, sir. It's time for payback.
What else do you know about the Geth?
Just what I remember from history class back in school. They're synthetics, non-organic life forms with limited AI programming, created by the Quarians a few centuries ago. They were supposed to be a source of cheap labor, but ended up turning on the Quarians and drove them into exile. Well, after that, they just kind of disappeared behind the Perseus Veil. Nobody's really heard much from them since.
Tell me everything you know about the beacon.
They were doing some digging out here to extend the monorail and expand the colony. A few weeks ago, they unearthed some Prothean ruins, and the beacon. Suddenly, every scientific expert in the colony was interested. That's when they brought us in to secure the site. I don't know much about the beacon itself, but I heard one of the researchers say this could be the biggest scientific discovery of the century.
What happened to the researchers at the dig site?
I don't know. They set up camp near the beacon. The 232 was with them. Maybe their unit fared better than mine.
Describe what happened leading up to the attack.
We were sent out a couple of nights ago from the main colony to secure the area. Seemed like a routine patrol, until the Geth hit us. We never knew they were coming.
What happened to the researchers at the dig site?
Oh no,
I
sorry,
don't know.
this is the same conversation
They set up
again.
camp near the beacon. The 232 was with them. Maybe their unit fared better than mine.
Have you seen a Turian Spectre around here?
There aren't any Turians on Eden Prime. None that I've ever met. Not sure I'd be able to tell if one was a Spectre anyway.
If you saw this guy, you'd know. Carries enough firepower to wipe out a whole platoon. Luckily, he's on our side.
Sorry. Like I said, no Turians.
Move out.
Okay, so now we can disable her helmet, have her on our side.
The Geth are a humanoid race of networked AIs. They were created by the Quarians 300 years ago as tools of labor and war. When the Geth showed signs of self-evolution, the Quarians attempted to exterminate them. The Geth won the resulting war. This example has led to legal, systematic repression of artificial intelligences in galactic society. The Geth possess a unique distributed intelligence. An individual has rudimentary animal instincts, but as their numbers and proximity increase, the apparent intelligence of each individual improves. In groups, they can reason, analyze situations, and use tactics, as well as any organic race. Geth space is located at the trailing end of the Perseus Arm, beyond the lawless Terminus systems. The Perseus Veil, an obscuring dark nebula of opaque gas and dust, lies between their space and the Terminus systems.
Okay, but that is where I'm going to stop this episode. Like I say, I hope you're enjoying it. It's pretty fun for me. Like I say, I always liked this series and a huge fan of it. I will also explain why I chose Ashley later on in later episodes and stuff to romance. But like I say, be well, have a great day, and see you in the next video.